Taken out of context.
Taken out of context.
Taking things out of context.
Out of context.
Taken out of context.
Taken out of context.
In the context.
We have more context.
Out of context.
Taken out of context.
That is so out of context.
Out of context.
You're taking it out of context.
No, hey, hold on. So we're going to flesh this out because I don't want nobody saying we don't take things in context.
Clipped me out of context.
It was out of context.
It's hard for your words to be taken out of context.
The full context.
In a modern day context.
Tell me the context.
Another important reminder as to why context is so important. So,
hey everybody, happy November. Welcome back to my channel, Straight Out of Context. I'm Barbara Ann. Fair use copyright disclaimer.
She taught me how to be a good liar. A very good liar without any conscience. Honest, my attorneys, even that, I haven't been completely honest with them.
Well, it certainly looks like Gypsy Rose Blanchard did not use any of her Halloween costumes. What a waste of so much money. I really don't care if she is financially illiterate. That is her business. But this is something that goes all the way back to her childhood. She was so used to getting whatever she wanted, whenever she wanted it, that she would just steal it. I mean, just go back and look at these photographs of her and Dee Dee's apartment that got destroyed in Hurricane Katrina. Just look at all of the clothes, toys, and junk. That's for Gypsy. Not for Dee Dee. That's Gypsy's stuff. It just seems like an awful waste of money, considering Gypsy has made over $500,000. She could literally open up her own business, buy her own home, start a college fund for her baby, go back to school, open up a nonprofit. There's so many things that she can do that could actually invest in her future and a job, a company, a business, a nonprofit, something. But instead, she bought all of these costumes, again, that she didn't use. Same exact thing she did for Halloween of 2024. However, Ken did go as Forrest Gump, and they dressed baby Aurora up as a shrimp. Bubba Gump shrimp. Huge missed opportunity to be Janae, or at least utilize the costume she already bought. And again, she's rage baiting people by showing Aurora, but not showing her face. Even though she's accidentally been shown multiple times already. But get a load of this. Because there's so many evil creatures, I can't even call them human beings because they literally do not deserve the respect to be called that. On the internet, to show her beautiful face, she has beautiful bright blue eyes and dark blonde / light brown hair, depending on the lighting, and favors Ken a lot. I know everyone thinks their child is beautiful, but she really is. Blue heart. Credit to Lottie over on TikTok for capturing this. Baby Aurora going over there and touching the electric fireplace, which most of those are also heaters. I would really hope and pray that that's just for show. Otherwise, she could have burned her hand. But Lottie also captured the live that Gypsy did. But she also said this in the comments. I know, but I wanted it to be about her and her daddy. I'm just the mom. This night is for our little girl. Somebody also said, missed opportunity to be Janae, or at least be that Dallas Cowboy cheerleader. But nope, she's not going to do that because somebody out in the wild will capture what she really looks like they did with the brown dress. But before we get into my commentary, definitely go follow Lottie over on TikTok.
Where the theater and stuff is in the parking lot, and do they call it trick out of trunks, and the kids go down a line and they trick-or-treating, they got a little train ride. I messaged my friend that says, hey.
Too hyper-focused and obsessed with Ken to even pay attention to what her friends say. It's giving eye roll, get out of my fucking face, and stop talking during my night celebrating when Sheena told her that she has stage 4 liver disease. And Gypsy Rose responded by rolling her eyes and said, I already knew that. Nothing surprises me anymore, but for somebody that has a microdeletion and looks the way that she looks in the face, what a insensitive bitch. Very conceited and condescending. And that nose job didn't do a damn thing to fix it. The lack of morals, ethics, respect, and manners, she can't blame that on her mom because her mom's been gone for 10 years and she is a full fucking grown woman. But the way that she uses her friends to really gas her ass up, but then turns around and ignores them, she's not listening because she doesn't give a damn. She is borderline obsessed with Ken.
Hey, 5:30 to 8.
Oh, Ken tone. I was like, what is that sound? Hold up. Hey, I'm in the bedroom.
What? Ken? Gypsy Rose don't even run to her own baby crying the way that she does when Ken comes in the door. What? Ken's been found, people.
Sheena, calm down, cool your jets.
Yeah, because he certainly doesn't want to be at fucking home. Is that Ken we hear? He's been found. I pulled Jeanette up, but I don't see how to invite her up.
First time I tried to take my oldest trick-or-treating, he was 15 months old, went up to the door and he screamed bloody murder. I had to give it up. He didn't want nothing to do with it.
Hey, Gigi, request up. I'm going to sit here and watch the request and hit it as soon as I see it.
I'm gonna have to end it because we're gonna go eat now. She's
obsessing over this food and eating thing because Becca Scoops, me, and several other creators have been talking about all of the swallow studies, the deformed palate that she has, all of her teeth issues, her medical records, the feeding tube. Becca Scoops especially did a really great breakdown about that. And so her friends have been really obsessed with that lately, especially on lives over on TikTok. But this is how ignorant Gypsy is. In this same live that she does on Halloween, where she bakes a bunch of cookies, a bunch of people are saying, you don't give Aurora bites of cookies. She's 10 months old. She should be pretty much off of formula and on pure solids by now. All of my kids, all 5 of them, were walking before they were even a year old. But she says something to people that were in the chat along the lines of she lets her have icing but not cookies because it's too much sugar. Like, you do realize that icing is almost pure sugar, right? It's better to have a bite of a cookie than to eat a whole bunch of icing.
Something similar where it has, okay, so I'm going to do orange on these 3 and then I'll eat the cake. Cooking with Gypsy.
Oh, have the best time.
I know.
Oh, you have a good dinner.
Yeah, tell my man I said hey.
I will.
You better kiss her cheeks for me. I miss her. She's so cute.
I will.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye. The parasocial relationship will be the only thing that will be studied in the future, and give it not even 25, 30 years, nobody will remember any of this. It'll be scrubbed off the internet and not there anymore. But she's also clapping back that no, Ken isn't gay. No, they didn't have a fight. No, they're not arguing.
Ken got to get off work early today, so I know. Yeah.
What are you guys gonna dress up as?
So, I'm not dressing up. I'm just gonna wear this sweater.
Then why did she go buy a half dozen costumes and spend all of that money on Halloween costumes? I bet you she didn't even bother wasting the gas money to even go and try and return those costumes. Like I said, she is absolutely free to blow her money and waste it on whatever dumb shit she wants to, but it also proves a lifelong pattern. The financial illiteracy and nobody helping her or even trying to guide her or steer her in the right direction, knowing that she's got a baby. The fact that she doesn't have good people around her encouraging her to go back to school, to go to a trade school, to put that money in investments, to try to buy a home, to start a savings fund and a college fund for baby Aurora, to start a business or a nonprofit, something that she can maybe actually get some kind of revenue from while working in service of other people, doing something that might be self-fulfilling, but also help her financially is really beyond me. That shows me that Melissa G. Moore and Mike Stanfield really don't have any emotional investment in the future or the life of Gypsy Rose Blanchard. Only the percentage that they can get off of her. Otherwise, they would be giving her good, solid, sound advice.
I've got I got leggings that have like spider webs on it. But I'm making Ken dress up because Aurora's going to be a shrimp, as you saw, and he's going to be Forrest Gump.
cute. I love that. That's such a cool idea.
It is a really cute idea, but it's also been done millions of times by people. What's more telling is the fact that she would waste so much money on so many costumes and not even wear one when she did this in 2024, even though she was very pregnant with baby Aurora.
She looked cute in that costume. I didn't know which one you had decided on, but she looked so cute. I kept calling it a lobster. It's a shrimp.
Let me guess. She pulled a Dee Dee and bought a whole bunch of costumes for baby Aurora that she's not even going to be able to use next year. The indecisive, erratic, and impulsive behavior really speaks volumes to who Gypsy really is.
Shrimp, yeah.
I decided to go as a badass this year, so I'm going as myself.
You're going as your son?
Yeah, I decided to go as a badass this year, so I'm going to go as myself.
That's awesome.
Or you can just go as really bad, evil, disgusting, horrible human beings who do evil things like murder, kill, as a self-proclaimed piece of shit who had her mother stabbed in her back 17 times, likely helping, and almost decapitated her head from her body. Made up fantasies about doing things to her corpse after the fact. The way that she dehumanizes, devalues, and tries to still humiliate her mother. Well, like I said, she doesn't own the life rights to Dee Dee's story, or to the story of Nicholas Godejohn, or his mother, Stephanie Goldhammer, or anybody else. The world, society, her friends, her family, her spouse, her child, are all at risk because they are in close proximity to a convicted murderer who still takes no accountability, responsibility, shows any remorse whatsoever for what she did to other people, and then has the absolute steel balls of audacity to try and sit here and tell us that there's so many evil creatures out in the world. No shit, Sherlock. You are the evil creature out in the world. This girl has absolute no chill in her whatsoever. The gaslighting and manipulation are at 100.
Honey? What?
You there, Belinda? Steelers lady said me too. She's going as a badass too.
Oh, yeah.
Notice how desensitized and disconnected she is from everybody when they're not talking about her and they're talking about themselves. Or even other people, or giving ideas like trunk or treating. Giving her ideas for the baby. Nope. She's only interested if it's all about her, drama, and Ken. That's not only the definition of narcissism, that is literally the epitome of narcissism. It is absolutely so fascinating to see somebody so self-centered. Somebody that doesn't even have any reason to be conceited, condescending, and self-centered. And I say this in the kindest way possible, as far as her cognitive ability, her intellect, aesthetically, physically speaking, she has no reason to be so conceited, self-serving, self-preservating, so damn conceited, self-centered, and condescending. But just the sheer fact that she only is interested or even pays attention unless somebody is talking about her, about Ken, about the drama surrounding her, or the drama about her online is really, really just showing you what she thinks about, what she pays attention to, what she's interested in.
We're all some badasses. Alright, let me put the cookies in now.
Hey, Bunny.
No, we're not letting anyone out. Sorry.
Yeah, they keep spamming. They keep spamming the chat. Yes.
Yeah. Like I explained before, everybody, so many people won't up that it's not fair to let some up and not others.
Gypsy Rose Blanchard could not pay enough money to get people to care, to want to be associated with her. And what crazy reality do they think it's a flex to be on her TikTok live panel? What kind of fucking military social experiment or matrix is this?
And also it's a safety issue because, like, in Bree's live, someone got up there and hollered out some really ugly things to get the live shut down. So it's also for security.
Alexa, shut up.
But
She don't give no fucks about no security. She's been out for almost 2 years and ain't nobody done a fucking thing to her physically at all. She had to literally have her friend Ivory Rose Grows Wild pretend to be a stalker for a scripted episode of her TV show. Please, security. Yeah, you gotta pay me security because a murderer is walking free in my country. Everybody else around her needs security from her because she's the risk. She's the threat. She is the evil mastermind. And remember, she wasn't so cunning and so conniving, so charming that she got away with it because she did get caught. And now anybody can look her and her crime up. In fact, for somebody who had been trying to kill her mother for 4.5 years, a whole year and a year and a half before she ever even met Nicholas, her first and second attempt at her mother's life, it is absolutely extraordinary how sloppy, unsophisticated, and how just shitty her plan was. And really, I say that with all the love and kindness in my heart for her mother as a victim of a very horrible and heinous crime. But Gypsy isn't as smart as she wants everybody to believe she is. Her manipulative behavior has been exposed for years. But really, when you think about it, she had been thinking about taking her mother's life and tried 4.5 years before she ever actually did it. And if you really look at the crime scene and think about how sloppy everything was, how much forensic evidence she left behind, the digital and CCTV footage evidence that she left behind, it really was a very sloppy murder. And of course, my dad used to say there's no such thing as a smart criminal, because somebody who has and operates through life with a criminal mindset will eventually be caught. And a caught criminal is not a smart criminal. That's the paradox of that expression. But she can't be this poor, helpless little baby who was just a victim of her mother's psychological illness and also be this really extremely intellectual, very smart mastermind. Because she ultimately didn't get away with the crime. She didn't plan it very well. But her manipulation was so cunning after the fact that she was able to broker a plea deal for only 10 years for second degree, knowing that she should have faced the death penalty for first degree premeditated murder, which is what she did by Missouri law, by the legal standard, by the definition of what she did. And deep down inside, I think Gypsy Rose Blanchard certainly knows that she does not deserve to be free. And if anybody poses a threat and a safety risk to anybody, a security risk, it is Gypsy. Good, decent, even God-fearing humans don't go around taking people's lives. About the mentally and physically disabled, and then goes on to monetize and capitalize off of it. Because if we're going to be honest, Gypsy Rose Blanchard is not interesting. She's not extraordinarily beautiful or intelligent or talented. It's the lies, the gaslighting, and the manipulation, especially in mainstream media, regarding her life and her crime, that has made people who are interested in human behavior, psychiatry, psychology, interested in her case.
Gypsy loves you guys and appreciates your support. I know that. I hope you guys know that. It's not personal at all.
Absolutely.
I'm still trying to figure out where everything is after the
It's going to be really funny to watch in not even another year. Aurora is going to be running around all over the place and she's not going to be able to control her. She's not going to be able to do her self-care and her tanning and put her wigs on and makeup and do lives on TikTok because that baby is going to get in the way of that. As she grows and starts to come into her own and go through the terrible twos, I really fear for her safety.
No, like, till later, somebody was like, Rogie was lit.
Yeah.
Well, you know, my daddy always held his well. You couldn't tell. So that's maybe what it was with me.
I can't show the face, but she's got
Hey, Rora. Uncle Rogi's gonna come.
She's doing that on purpose to try to dispel the rumors that the baby is fake.
See you next week, baby.
She weighs a good ton. She's in her mouth.
He's almost as tall as you are.
Again, lack of interest when people are not talking about her, the drama, or all the drama surrounding her, her crime, and her case. Her baby or her and Ken's relationship. In fact, she's so bad at acting that fake little smile and smirk, pretending to be interested, isn't even cutting it. She's going to immediately pan to baby Aurora to take attention back onto herself, to take the attention back on her baby, which is very giving possession, deedy, possessiveness, owning, control.
I don't think people realize until they see you in person, Gypsy, how tiny you really are. And so when you're holding her, you can really see how tiny you are.
I know.
Now she's animated. Now she's enthusiastic. Now she's engaged. Because not only are they placating and kissing her ass about how tiny she is, because she's only 4'11", they're talking about her baby. Do you see how quickly that light switch flicks in her own brain? She does not give a fuck about none of these people on TikTok. She would cut them off tomorrow and not give two fucks. They're only there to gas her up physically, emotionally, mentally, and on social media. So she has a false sense of self-importance. That's all they are to her. Look at her face.
Because I'm short.
Does Ken have a tall fan?
Perfect.
Yeah, hold on a second.
I have about that
Put the volume on for you,
Hey,
honey.
I don't know. I need Bree. I don't know what's going on, but someone who I don't recognize has went through and blocked all of our people. CC.
What?
Yeah. CC is on there. I removed her. The list just keeps going. All of our people are getting blocked. And look at the name. I don't recognize that name.
Is it a mod?
They would have to be.
They have to be a mod. Who did you mod, Gypsy?
Let me go look at my mods.
Again, all about her, herself, her mods, her followers, her panel. All about Gypsy, 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 Gypsy.
That's weird.
Give me a second.
The name is Nilop. Nilop? I've never heard of that person. I'm getting messages like crazy. I'm being blocked. I'm being blocked. I'm being blocked.
Hold up. It may be a result of when my account was hacked. I don't know. Where are my mods?
That account hacking incident happened a whole year ago, like December of 2024. Again, it's always somebody else's fault, somebody else's issue, never her, never any accountability or responsibility for her account, for her blocking people. This will be written on her tombstone. Gypsy Rose Alcida Blanchard never took accountability. Gypsy Rose Alcida Blanchard, no remorse. The criminal who never faced any consequences.
Settings. Here we go. Moderators. All right. Planning. Planning. There's a user, and I don't know who that is. So
We'll send her the messages later.
remove. Okay, I don't know that person, so they are being removed. All right, they're gone. Now you can go in. They're removed. So whatever they were trying to do, they're gone.
You got anybody else that you don't recognize, Gypsy? You might have to take off. Okay.
No, I recognize everybody else. I don't even know how that person got on there. That's so bizarre. It's so weird.
You can accidentally do it sometimes. Unless they was on since you're hacker, but
Yeah, it is scripted because it's her account. People don't just get moderated on your account unless you do it. But people also can change their username on TikTok, so you might not recognize if somebody changed their name.
Okay. Can y'all add everybody back?
Let me go check.
Okay.
I think that I unblocked everybody that I saw that person blocked.
Okay.
I think I got it all.
Okay.
So you unblocked everybody, Sheena?
Yeah, I've unblocked everybody.
Oh, God.
I just unblocked Dreamer, Milfy, White Scorpion, and one other one that I don't remember, but there was 4 in there that I just saw that were blocked by that N person,
Yeah.
NL, whatever. I unblocked them, though.
Weird.
What's weird is stabbing somebody in the back 17 times and trying to remove their head from their body and then trying to monetize that by lying about it all. That's weird. What's weird is how much she will ignore her own baby cooing and trying to get her attention for affection because she's too busy talking about herself with people on TikTok, too worried about the TikTok account with all the bot followers. And if you don't remember, in early of 2024, several different content creators used AI and other software to run all of her followers, and over 47% came back as fake inactive accounts, meaning that a PR firm likely owns them. And it's not unusual for the A&E network, which owns Lifetime, to use those PR accounts that do look and mimic real people to overinflate some interest in people by real people. For example, a documentary, a TV show, a book, a reality series. Those bot and AI accounts really serve as a new marketing and advertising tool. Because what it does is, out of 340 million American citizens and 8 billion people worldwide who really are real behind their accounts, it makes you believe that this person is so important because they have millions of followers. It must be real. So then you go and follow. But what Gypsy doesn't know is that the algorithm does not and will not ever favor her because of the lack of engagement. You have to engage with people, whether you like them or you do not like them, whether they are trolls or they are not trolls, because without that high level of engagement, comments, likes, reshares, reposts, stitches, duets, sequencing of videos, then the algorithm is not going to favor you. And it hasn't favored Gypsy in over 2 years. And if you don't remember, in October of 2023, when I did my first video, I showed in my second video that somebody was already running a Facebook, a TikTok, and an Instagram in Gypsy Rose's name 2 whole months before she ever was released on December 28th of 2023.
All right. Gotta get my selfie stick.
Yeah, everybody
Gypsy, under your moderator, did you see?
so I
Under
told
your
him he fixed it. Oh, I'm sorry.
under your
Bruce.
moderators, I'm sorry. Under your moderators, did you have someone named Quad?
Yes.
You still do?
I still do.
Yeah, remove them.
All right. Yes, I did make Quad a mod a while back.
Again, all about her, herself, her drama, her social media, and everybody else just drives to serve a purpose to Gypsy. And when you don't, block, cut them off, discard of them, dispose of them.
Needs blocked. That's what Quad needs.
Okay. Because I mean, I didn't keep up with any of that shit that went down.
I mean, as long as she's definitely not a moderator. I mean,
All right.
you can choose whatever, but I would not make her a moderator. Let's see.
I mean, if she's in here blocking our people, that's
Oh, no,
pretty
no,
fucked
it wasn't
up.
her because her name's still Quad in there, so it was somebody. Did you ever have Boston as a mod?
No, but she's not on there.
No, but did you have her as a mod at one point? Do you think you did?
Possibly.
Because I really.
Why does it matter? She could give an F about a following, right? It's not real life.
I think that it's one of the people that used to be. Yeah, I really think they just changed their name.
I mean, it could be because it's like I never blocked anybody. I never
Right.
took
Yeah,
everybody.
no. I think they probably just changed their name, is what I'm assuming.
Mhm.
I mean, we don't know for sure, but I don't remember if you had her as a mod or not. To be honest, you might not have.
I mean, I probably did because I had all of y'all as mods at one point or another.
Right.
And they're not going to derail your live.
No, only Gypsy is going to derail her own life because she's a convicted murderer and nobody wants up on that shit.
We're going to get it back on track.
Yeah, you're good now. Yeah, I don't see anybody else blocked.
Oh, so I just saw the person and they said it's me, Beth. So it's not Beth, most likely.
I blocked it.
Got it? Yeah, I saw somebody get it, Jeanette. Beth was never a mod, so it can't be her.
Who are the people
That's
speaking
right.
other than Gypsy? We're her friends. Let's see.
Again, what a waste of digital space. This is so scripted.
Hopefully everybody's good now. I got Lovely.
Yeah, I don't see anybody else.
Angel. Yeah. I think we're all good.
She can't even entertain properly. Look at what she's doing. She's like, here, stare at my brick wall, everybody. If you don't have the time and the space to actually pay attention to your live, then why are you going live?
What? Oh my god.
You still messing around, Bree? Yes, they are, B. They are.
Look at how far back in her throat she had to push that whole freaking cookie in. You are not going to tell me that she does not have issues chewing, especially with 15 crowns, a partial, and having a bridge on her lower teeth connecting those crowns. But she certainly has palate issues. You can tell by how she chews, how she opens her mouth, even with cosmetic dentistry that she has had done. She's doing this because she knows that Becca Scoops has been talking about this a lot in videos recently, going over the medical records and different documents, showing how her upper palate is very high and it's deformed essentially, which also directly correlates with her microdeletion. And it wasn't just because her teeth were very misshapen and bucked because of sucking a baby bottle and rotted because she was drinking strawberry Pediasure and Pepsi out of said bottle. You can see that her palate is extremely high and wide in the back, especially on the top and the bottom, but it comes to an almost triangular point in the front. You can also tell that this affects her lips and also her tongue, the way that she speaks. Her hypersalivation still, even with having those glands removed, she's still licking all the time because she has so much saliva. But even going over the dental rehab, the first dental rehab, she had 14 cavities repaired and she had 3 extractions. Never did she ever go in to any dentist and have all of her teeth removed. She had 15 saved. As you can see here, she has 3 teeth that were crowned and saved on her upper right quadrant. Her upper left, lower right, and lower left, there's 4, 4, and 4. That is 15 out of 28 adult teeth that they saved. So she never had all of her teeth pulled out. It makes no sense to lose all of your teeth, yet you have 15 of them saved. You can't say that Tegretol made your teeth rot, but then 15 of them didn't get pulled. It's either affecting all of your teeth or it is not. And the fact that she didn't have any Tegretol in her system means she wasn't taking it. But they replaced those 15 silver crowns that Medicaid covered with white crowns. She has a bridge with the bottom 4 teeth, and that is connected through the crowns as a singular solid piece, and her upper is an upper partial. You can see the metal hooks in the back going around the crowns. But if you notice, her upper partial has 5 teeth because her upper right quadrant is missing an extra tooth. That's 3, 4, 4, and 4. So she has 3 for her upper right quadrant and 2 for the upper left. But as you can see, the cosmetic dentistry that she has had done has rounded the teeth off into a shape that would be aesthetically pleasing. But what it doesn't do is it doesn't change the shape of your palate. It does not change the shape of the roof of your mouth. In fact, cosmetic dentistry can look very pleasing, but it also can come with its own issues. You got bigger, bulkier teeth in alignment, taking up more space than what her natural teeth did. She might still have issues speaking, drinking, swallowing, chewing, because she essentially has more bulk in her mouth than what she naturally did. And her teeth were likely misaligned because of the way that her palate is shaped. It forced her adult teeth to come in the way that they did because there's just not enough space. And unfortunately, you can't change your palate or the roof of your mouth in that sense. And yes, we have amazing surgeries that oral surgeons can do as far as a cleft palate or a cleft lip, but it's still never going to be 100% perfect. And Gypsy's teeth are aesthetically pleasing, but you can also tell that she still has issues speaking, eating, drinking. But I think, in my own opinion, the reason why she's doing this is because she doesn't like the fact that Becca Scoops has gone over this in her recent videos. I've even covered it a little bit here and there. Other content creators have really picked up on some of the dental stuff. The Good Wives Network also released another 80 plus pages of medical records from 2013. So I think that she's doing this because she's trying to prove, look, see, I can eat just fine. It has also been a topic of obsession with her friends and associates lately, especially in videos and content on TikTok Live, that, oh, Gypsy eats perfectly fine. We've watched her eat a variety of foods. Does that look normal to you? Because it doesn't to me.
Southern cooking secrets. Now, Brie and Gypsy are a little bit different than Southern because they've got the Cajun element too.
Look at my roots.
I'm not supposed to do this, but I'm not opening up another soda.
I don't know about anybody else, and maybe I'm just getting old, but my grandparents and my parents, my cousins, my sisters, they would have been on my ass as a young child if I would have been chewing food and talking at the same time, especially in a social setting. My parents really drove the importance of chewing your food slowly and appropriately and always having some kind of liquid like water to be able to make sure that it goes down appropriately. I can hear my grandparents and my great-grandparents being very devout French Catholics rolling in their grave at the sound of somebody trying to talk socially while they are eating. Because I was always told that that is bad manners. It's disrespectful. People don't want to see the food that you're chewing inside of your mouth. But I was also taught the same thing I taught my kids. It's also not safe. But hey, that's just me. I certainly wouldn't be on a TikTok live talking to a whole bunch of people while I have a whole mouthful of food that I clearly cannot swallow, just chilling right there. But hey, that's just me. That's just me. This might be a Louisiana or a swamp people thing, but this is not a French thing because I come from a French family.
Ken always says, finish one. Oh my God, my mouth.
She's never going to do that again because what she's not showing you is how she has to clean those crowns, that bridge on the bottom, and take out the upper partial to be able to rinse all the food residue off of it. Just the fact that she's realizing that while pretending like, oh my God, my mouth. I can guarantee you she's going to leave in not even a minute's time because she's going to need to go privately rinse her teeth out to be able to rinse all of the residue out of her mouth. And that's normal with partials, with dentures, with bridges, with crowns. It's a whole different level of routine because you can't just floss, brush, and go with your natural teeth like you would. But again, that's just her trying to prove something when really all she's proving is it takes her forever to even chew a small bite. And the first thing she dashes to is some kind of fluid to try and help her wash it down.
Well, it fits the theme.
No! No!
Oh, it made your color, your mouth black?
That's so funny.
Oh, that sucks. Oh, I'm kind of bored now. I got nothing going on.
And of course, she's picking a Coca-Cola or a Pepsi to wash it down because that's why her mother had so much Pepsi in their house. That and the lack of oral hygiene, no wonder why she had issues with her real teeth rotting out. And I've gone over this many, many, many times. Like 73% of all people on planet Earth are going to lose their natural teeth if you live old enough to see the day. Some people lose them at 30, some people at 18, some people at 60, some people at 70. But if you live old enough, you're going to lose your natural teeth. You can't avoid it because there's sugar in everything today. All food, all drinks. But you can't ignore your oral hygiene when you have dentures or a partial denture or crowns or bridges. You have to take care of it. And I'm sure she thinks that drinking pop's not going to affect that porcelain or that fake acrylic, but it will. It can stain it permanently over time. The high acidic level of soda, especially brown soda, can certainly wear down acrylic partials, meaning that you're likely going to have to pay out of pocket because a lot of insurances or Medicaids only cover dentures every, I think it's 10 years, a partial, maybe once every 5. But what does she care? She just made $28,000 on her book because they're supposed to be editing it and releasing another second edition that is supposed to be the truth.
I feel like an old grandma. I got the heating pad. I'm just in so much pain.
What's wrong with a heating pad? I sleep with a heating pad every night.
Yeah.
Happy
What for?
Halloween.
What does it help you with?
I'm just always cold. I'm just cold. Like I have really cold feet.
Okay.
Now she's really running out of things to talk about. She's bitching about being cold when she just spent almost the whole year half naked because Louisiana is so hot, bitching about fans and having to have AC. Now that winter's coming, she's always cold. Girl, nobody gives a fuck about your flat ass club shorts, dumpy ass motherfucking cheese feet. Put some socks on and shut the hell up. I'm sure your friends and people on your panel don't want to talk about your damn feet. Those are some motherfucking feet that even a foot fetisher could not love. She even tries to copy Mia all the time, but look at this. She can't even fill her own sandals out. There is no toilet paper that could be stuffed in there to make those feet look any bigger. But she's that desperate for something to talk about. She's going to complain about her feet being cold all the time. Well, this is what comes to mind when Gypsy talks about her feet. Get some socks and shut the fuck up. She'd rather talk about her own feet with a whole bunch of people than have a whole bunch of people talking to each other about things not related to her. That's the real Gypsy Rose Blanchard for you.
So it helps just kind of keep me warm.
Bree got her icy hot or heating pad.
See, she mentions her alleged best friend and she does not give any fuck. My first response would be, why is my best friend on a heating pad? Is she okay? Is she in pain? Is she doing all right? Is she sore? Did she tear something? Did she dislocate something? Because I have a rare inherited connective tissue disease, so I definitely know what it means to have dislocations in every joint of my body, from organs to skin to tendons, ligaments. So my first thought would to be immediately ask, is my best friend okay? How is she feeling? To ask what is really going on and if she's all right. But not Gypsy. She's just waiting and fishing for the opportunity to continue talking about herself. And while we are here, you can still clearly see that she has a deformed palate. And you can clearly see that her tongue is too large for her palate. Same thing with the fat from her cheeks, her buccal fat, and even her lips. So that is not untrue. It makes sense that her medical records and all the tests and studies reflected that she had hypersalivation and issues regarding her mouth, eating, swallowing. This girl even had sinus issues, ear issues. She had tubes twice, asthma constantly with albuterol, breathing treatments, her CPAP machine. But what's absolutely crazy is look at her nostril. She just had all that money paid for a nose job, and one of her nostrils looks collapsed, meaning she didn't listen to her plastic surgeon's instructions after surgery, or he's just a really shitty plastic surgeon and isn't one of the good ones like in Beverly Hills or Miami. The whole purpose of having the aesthetic part of a nose job is to be able to still have function. but correct me if I'm wrong, but her left nostril looks very collapsed and closed. That could never be me, because I would be right back in that doctor's office and I would demand to have that fixed, especially after paying all of that money to have a nose job, because rhinoplasties are not cheap. But I would be very upset over that aesthetic piece.
And he said, why is everybody on mute? Because if you're not talking, you may have background noise. And so you mute yourself till you want to say something.
My wife says I'm a wolf because she sleeps in my back. She says I'm so warm. Like I flip over.
Again, with the fake laughing, the quick head turning. She is not interested when they are not talking about her or the drama surrounding her. That is so absolutely bizarre and crazy. How much she is literally just wanting to talk about herself, Ken, the baby, her life, or drama. It's like she's a demonic wannabe succubus who just feeds and feeds and feeds off of the negative energy and drama, just feeds off of the narcissism of talking about herself.
And she sleeps in my bed.
That's cute.
For it that has a little stand on the back where it sits up like a phone does.
She's obsessed with the fireplace. Like she bangs on the fireplace.
Oh, it's fake. Okay.
She doesn't know though.
Oh.
No, so she tries to touch it. Ken said, what happens whenever there's actual fire? She's going to try and touch it and think that it's okay.
Right.
I'm like, no.
Yeah, and Ken has a point, because if you're teaching her that fire, whether it looks real or fake, is okay to touch, that's not only inappropriate, that is really fucked up. Especially this time of year with so many bonfires happening. She is almost a year old. There's no reason why you can't tell her, no, that's fire, that's hot, even if it's fake or if it's just a heater. Babies are extremely smart and intelligent, and they are sponges, and they definitely can understand when you are talking to them and when you are telling them things like that. That's so bizarre to even watch. That's really scary. That's almost like she wants her to not be there. And yet she doesn't try to stop her or tell her or teach her that fire is bad or ouch or hot. She only mentions it because other people are mentioning it. Lord have mercy. God protect that baby.
Only do it once. I promise you that.
You make that mistake once. Oh, you're banging on it.
If it's a real fire. I had one like that, but it was smaller. It was a heater. It said, I bought it online. It said the Amish made it, which probably isn't true. At that time, everybody was saying everything was Amish, but it heated up really good, and it had a remote control. You could turn the fire up, turn the fire down. It was really cool.
It's a heater too.
Yeah.
And she's really going to town trying to get the fire.
Yeah, I was about to say, Gypsy's one heats and it changes colors and all kind of different things. And it has a remote.
Yeah. You can make green fire, you can make blue fire. Oh, I wonder.
That's cool.
I'm going to change the color and see if she likes that. All right, let me change the color, honey. All right, let's do this.
Jordan, Ken is part Turkish. Gypsy is not part Egyptian. Although that would be cool.
As cold as her heart when the flames of hell can't even thaw it. But we do know one thing. She is 100% demon, 100% evil, 100% piece of shit, 100% a bad person.
This is the
You can see baby Aurora crawling away in the reflection of the fireplace. Why does it matter? Gypsy has showed the side of her face multiple different times, and her own stepmother released a whole bunch of photos to different content creators before. Gypsy herself gave pictures to Ryan Anderson, and he even showed them to prove not only had she been sending him photos, but she kept sending him photos over months and months, up to when she was over 6 months old.
blue. The blue.
Oh, cool.
This is the green. Purple. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Oh, you've got it decorated so cute.
Yeah, I've got like I've got.
That's adorable, Gypsy. But just really quick though, be careful of the reflection.
Oh, thank you. That's why I was kind of trying to point it like towards me. Picking up what you're putting down.
No, you're not, because you didn't realize that you just caught her entire reflection and you weren't paying attention to her at all. You weren't trying to show her the different colors. You were trying to show the TikTok live the different colors, because she has nothing else to talk about except for herself. It's hollow. It's shallow. It's vapid. It's vain. Meanwhile, she continues on with the talking, but she's not paying attention to wherever Aurora is crawling.
So I've got this wreath, not wreath, but like thing that I got from Hobby Lobby. And then, I don't know, you ever just see someone's house and they've got like these weird little things like that? I just bought a few.
My sister.
Like, it makes no sense what they are, but they look nice.
It is so cringe, especially those TV tray tables that she got real cheap at Walmart. And she actually put a K and a G on the top of them, especially knowing that their relationship isn't even that great or that close. It's like trying to give Ken a hint. Like, see, look, we're a family. Our initials are together on this little cheap folding table. We're a family. We're one, because I tricked you into believing I was on birth control when I wasn't. Especially since there was no A also on the table.
She has 2P. Melanie wants you to make a wish list.
A wish list? Of what?
Probably an Amazon wish list.
Turn off the light. There we go. I don't like that top light because it just beams like a spotlight on your head. It's just weird. All right. Well, I've been on live for how long? Like, shoot, I've been on live for...
Since 11, so what? 11, 12, 1, 2.5 hours.
Jesus, thanks for, sticking with me, guys. I'm still waiting for Ken to come back from his errands right now. He had texted me, he's like, what time does it start? I'm like, I'll ask. I don't know. I mean...
I thought you said 4 earlier.
I think it's 4. I think it's
okay.
4, but I'm not 100% certain because it's like...
Yeah.
Also, when she speaks, you notice how she has to overextend her lips and her buccal fat goes out. It's because her mouth and her palate are extremely misshapen and very small for her tongue, her cheeks, which are the buccal fat, along with the cosmetic dentistry that she has had done. She certainly still struggles with issues of the oral cavity, but the fact that she's just using TikTok Live to not only keep track of Ken and how long he has been gone, 2.5 hours for errands, I really wouldn't be surprised if he is out bumping uglies with someone else. Because he had cheated before. He went straight from being engaged with her while she was in prison to an almost 6-year relationship. But I also don't find it to be ironic or coincidental when people stop talking about her and gassing her up. She's like, oh, you guys, it's time to go. You guys are boring me. Not talking about me enough. Got to get off here now. And then yet still continues to talk about herself, Ken, her drama, all the BS.
Anita had texted me and she's like, I'm going to be off work at 3. So I'm like, okay, well, it might be at 4. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I texted her and asked her, so.
Got those cameos to go make too. Gotta go make that. Gotta go make that money, girl. Gotta go make that money.
Ooh, she did not like that. The way that she blinked, the fake laugh, the turning away. She really does not like addressing even sarcasm or satire about not having a job and having to make money. The fact that he made a joke about having to do cameos to go make that money, it's not only embarrassing to her, but it's belittling. That's why she blinks and turns her head and does a fake laugh like it's funny. She doesn't feel like she should be reduced to having to actually make custom cameo videos for said money, especially for the first 24 years of her life. And even while she was in prison, she was trying to run the whole I'm disabled, but she's not. She's completely able-bodied, perfectly healthy, according to her. Yet this interaction made her completely uncomfortable, embarrassed, because he's actually making a joke at her expense of not having a real job, education, or experience, for choosing to not get a job or have a career. And even D-list celebrities don't even do Cameo unless they're extremely desperate, such as being canceled or not getting any other promotions, campaigns, marketing, brand deals, real collaborations, or sponsorships. Now, you're watching this as I'm watching this, and I'm reacting as I'm watching it. I bet you in the upcoming clip, she's going to immediately turn it to, but I'm a mom, I have a baby, to try to quickly end that humiliation and embarrassment at her expense by her own friends and turn it back to, oh, but I'm a mom, but I'm a stay-at-home mom. Isn't that exactly what you said that Dee Dee Blanchard always did, Gypsy? That her whole identity was being the mom, being a mom of a sick kid, being a caregiver, being a stay-at-home mom. That's why she couldn't work. It's kind of funny that Gypsy is really following her mother's footsteps. In fact, she's almost exactly doing what she claimed her mother did. But hey, that came from her mouth herself. Mike Stanfield and her so-called Munchausen syndrome by proxy experts. She's going to deflect away from that awful embarrassment of not having a real job and having to make that money on Cameo to, but remember, I have a baby. Like every mother on planet Earth has a baby. In fact, there's lots of fathers and grandparents, aunts, uncles, and siblings that have a baby. Yet, if they're able-bodied, they still have to work. Here it comes. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, and it's this one's nap time. I'm gonna try to get her to take a nap before we head out. That way, like, when we are out at like any later than 4, she starts getting fussy because like 4 and 5 and all, it's like her wind down time. Like, you know, because like her bedtime's like 6:37. So, and she's pretty good at sticking to that.
What did I tell you? What did I tell you? It's not only predictable, it is fucking cliche.
So, yeah. I have to charge my phone too.
Yeah, you don't want her to be crankola.
Yeah, no.
It's going to be so fun.
I know.
No, trick-or-treating with a cranky baby is never a good time.
Yeah.
That would not be fun for our Tony's. She's still amazed by the fire.
You know, you got to charge your phone, got to charge her battery. I mean, we get it.
Yeah, don't forget to plug in Aurora.
Plug her in, plug.
Again, so animated, so enthusiastic, so hyper attentive and hyper vigilant when it's about her and the drama and the haters and the baby and her and Ken. Her celebrity or her false sense of security and safety. Look at how enthusiastic and how animated and happy she gets in the face when it's all about her.
Bree.
Okay, you're getting cranky. Okay, well, we'll take a nappy. We're gonna.
Oh, she's ready.
Love you, Aurora.
All right, love you guys.
Love you guys.
Happy holidays.
Love you. I'll talk to you soon.
She doesn't even give them time to respond or say happy Halloween back or bye or anything. It's all about her, herself, and her, what she wants, how she wants it, when she wants it, and that's it. These ignorant people that surround her are literally only living in her little world, in her little bubble. And that is not only atypical, that is a classic narcissist for you, with a high degree of sociopathy. And in my own opinion, she displays not only psychopathy, but also borderline personality disorder because of her absolute obsession over Ken Urker and, you know, her instability in relationships emotionally. She really does fit all of the classic signs and symptoms of somebody who has borderline personality disorder. But again, that is also my subjective opinion based on what I've known, seen, read in the last 10 years and have studied and researched in the last 2. Now, a lot of traits and symptoms of different cluster B personality disorders, especially the 5, can be shared. However, borderline personality disorder is a mental health condition characterized by intense and unstable emotions, impulsive behaviors, and difficulty maintaining relationships. While symptoms can vary, women with borderline personality disorder may experience emotional dysregulation, intense and rapidly shifting emotions, extreme emotional reactions to minor events, difficulty controlling anger and rage, feelings of emptiness and boredom, and suicidal thoughts and behaviors. Interpersonal difficulties, fear of abandonment and rejection, unstable and intense relationships, difficulty trusting others, and idealization and devaluation of partners. Funny how she does exactly that with Ken and Ryan, the same way she did that with Dan and Nick, Brian and Ken in prison, with Ken and Ryan while she was in prison. Impulsivity and self-harm, impulsive spending, substance use, or sexual behavior, self-harm or threats of suicidal ideation and or attempts, cognitive distortions, black and white thinking, seeing things as either all good or all bad, difficulty seeing their own role in conflicts, a distorted sense of self and identity. Other symptoms, chronic feelings of anxiety and depression, sleep disturbances because they want to control all their relationships. They want to control the other person. They don't love them for who they are. They love them for what they want them to be. Physical symptoms such as headaches, stomach aches, or chest pains. And it's not uncommon for people who have borderline personality disorder to lose weight. There is no cure for any of the cluster B personality disorders, but with honesty, transparency, a proper diagnosis, there is very intensive psychotherapy. But the relationship between borderline personality disorder and dysregulated eating behaviors is quite strong, with binge eating and purging frequently found in individuals with borderline personality disorder, both with and without the diagnosis of having an ED. So it is very common for somebody that has borderline personality disorder to not eat, to lose weight, or to binge eat because they're using that to regulate their emotions. And that does not mean that they have an ED. It means that it's linked to the borderline personality disorder in and of itself without an ED. But that's just my thoughts, not yours. Definitely let me know what you think down in the comment section.
Keep making content.
Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Please like and share. Don't forget to smash the subscribe button. I will catch you all on the next one.